Okay, hello again everyone. I'm getting ready to, I've got my stuff. I'm going to plumb the return lines onto my tank. As you recall, I've got two pumps. I'll have two return lines, so I'll be doing this twice. I want to point out on a return that a return generally will go down into your tank, so always make sure that you install a check valve. This is a very basic check valve, flapper type. It's no metal at all. Let's see, I looked at the generic, they're ball type, but they have like a flapper in there that just rides up and down. A generic PVC check valve at like Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever. I couldn't tell, but they appeared to have spring, and of course we don't want metal in our system. So I ordered these. They were a little expensive, but I'm very pleased with what I got. Again, here's the check valve mechanism inside. You can see it plainly. These two big nuts on each end, they unscrew, so it makes it very easy if you have a permanent setup to take it out of line and clean it out, do whatever you need to do without destroying your whole setup. Anyway, so a good quality check valve is important because it'll be sitting like water. It'll be sitting in the, if the power goes off, you don't want a siphon to occur, drain half of your tank all over your floor. So that's the reason for this. Obviously, if the power goes off, the suction on the overflow will continue, but it'll only continue for a certain amount and stop. And the sump should be big enough to handle that amount of water. Obviously, with your return being down farther down in the water in your tank, you're looking at a bigger possible mess. Always have a check valve. Backing up the check valve. It's a regular old ball valve, plastic. If you lose power for a long amount of time, it is possible for the check valves to seep, to allow water to just drip by. It's not unheard of for it to happen, so there will be a valve backup. So basically, what I've got going on here is the hose from the pump will slip onto that fitting, go into the valve. And actually, I have not decided yet if I'm going to have the valve before or after the check valve. I've got to think about my plumbing. Through the check valve, over an elbow, another elbow pointing down. This will be the back of the tank. So this will be coming down on the inside of the tank. I first came up with this cool little fitting. It's a little bit of a, I don't know what it's called. It's some kind of an elbow. Double elbow, triple elbow, I don't know. And I got these guys. They're supposed to be flow increasers. They have like, you can't really tell, have like a curved plastic in there to give the water some spin as it comes out. And of course the water shooting, the way my finger's pointing, will draw more water from within the tank through. I guess it's kind of like a Venturi. Don't know if they work. I want to try them out. They do have a couple of knuckles here that make it so you can point them in any direction you want, as you can see. Don't know how good they are. Thought I'd give them a try. What I was going to do was, this is my return into the tank right down through here, and I was going to take this in the corner and put it in the corner with, we'll try to do this one-handed, we'll see how that works out, with two of these guys like that, back in the corner of the tank. And of course the water's coming in right there. But I decided that's not such a hot idea. So what I've come up with is, I'm going to put a T there, a regular T, have one come out here, And then down here I'll have an elbow and have another one come out down here. They are flexible, so you know I can point them from one side of the tank to the other, up and down. I'll have high flow and low flow. If I need to point it up, point it down, I can do that with the the flexible knuckles, and that I think that's the way I'm going to go. But they'll be basically like that. I'm hoping this is not confusing anyone who's never done any plumbing before. It just seems like the best way to go instead of this particular way, which is what they're falling apart. I'm doing this one-handed, so this is what it was going to look like inside the tank with the other way. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll update you once I get it all installed. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything really important. Again, check valves, very important. And I guess that's it. Talk to you later.